Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Red square,
Touchdown.
what's a buckle for me friend them?
Touchdown.
For me day one friend.
Still I see I this morning. I know that everything will be alright. Yes. Music and marriage family, give thanks for tuning in again. You don't know, another beautiful episode with my beautiful queen. You don't know. Brand new episode of Music and Marriage. I'm here lead off the thing today. You know the thing go. I'm like Red Square alongside the great.
Hi guys. Thank you for joining us again on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita. I'm your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm like Red Square. Obviously, she don't want me to take over, so
no, you can take
back
over.
to regular
but we gotta,
schedule programming.
Keep the, the intro.
All right, baby,
You know
I
what I
understand.
mean?
Yeah.
Consistency.
So, we're there. Give thanks. I'm like Red Square. It's a joy to be here one more time with you guys. Sorry we missed you guys last week.
Yes.
But you don't know, we've been busy trying to make happen. You know what I mean?
Make some moves.
Yes, so you don't know. We will be catching up with you guys. Maybe we drop 2 episodes in a week or something like that. Just to kind of, keep it interesting.
Okay.
What do you think?
Could happen.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Let's see how it goes, you know what I mean? But sorry for missing out last week. I hope you had time to actually catch up on the episodes that you missed or, things like that. And I also wanted to point out that we dropped new music a couple days ago.
Yes.
Thing called Same Thing. Deli Ranks, big up yourself. You know what I mean? The Ginger Beer Rhythm. Featuring myself, you don't know, DeMarco is on there, Mr. Vegas is on there.
Agent Sasko
is on there, Version is on there. I think D-Code. A couple of artists, a couple of up and coming as well.
Yeah.
And, yeah man, it a go on.
Please make sure if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you go over to iTunes and check it out. Purchase it. The song is only, I think it's $119 if I'm not lying.
$129
or $129.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys go over to iTunes and purchase. Make sure you guys go and support on all streaming platforms. Ginger Beer Rhythm. Same thing. I'm like Red Square. Bad tune.
The same thing. When dirty hearts see your eyes, they be hating. See color red in them eyes, it's a shame king. Give them a share of your pie. You them still deny, then by your name, them debating. Fear don't fall, they been timing and waiting. Create a tsunami, I'm riding the waves in. Wet up the place and it dry. We they still a shine. Hey, trust me.
Song bad. Make sure you guys go and check it out.
Yeah.
All streaming platforms, Ginger Beer Rhythm, produced by Deli Ranks.
Pure music productions.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So,
yeah.
Definitely. What else is new?
Like I said, we've been working, obviously. We have a new set again. You know what I mean? We're just trying to, spice it up and keep it creative. Keep it on a level and try to actually bring it to another level, other levels, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's levels to it.
Yes, so we give thanks for everyone that's been supporting. We give thanks to people that have been supporting the merch.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a joy to see, it flying. You know what I mean? Keep supporting, keep buying. You know what I mean? Keep donating to the Cash App. You know what I mean? We've been receiving donations as well.
Yes.
And we just want to shout you guys out. You know what I mean? We're going to be... Pretty soon, I think we should start doing the exclusive content for people who do donate. You know,
Give them like a behind.
we're gonna find a way to give you exclusive content. You know what I mean? Because it's all about the exclusive.
I'm not
content.
really into the blogging thing or the vlogging thing, but maybe we can do something like that for the exclusive, where they see just our family dynamics, our home life more.
Yeah.
So not
something
just
like
the
that.
podcast, something similar, you know,
something like
a little thing, but I'm not too sure about it still.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
But you can let us know what it is that you would probably like to see us do, to give you a little exclusivity of, being a member of the podcast that donates, to help us to be able to, maintain and continue to keep it on a nice level for you guys.
Yes.
So we thank you guys so much for all your, your donations.
Yeah.
All of you that are viewing, all of you that are streaming, we just thank you so much for all your support.
Yeah, man.
It's been a year and some months now that we've been doing this, and we are just thankful to still be here, to still be consistent with it, and still have the interest, because, our audience is, giving us the feedback that we need to continue, for us to be able to, feel open and feel comfortable to share certain, stories with you guys. So thank you guys so much for giving us that comfort,
Yeah, man, for real. We really appreciate it, you know what I mean? Big up on yourself. Thanks for the support.
Yes.
Keep supporting. Seeing, no, I before we get into our topic, right? I saw something funny on Instagram maybe a couple weeks ago that I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
Do you think it's appropriate for a man to wash his woman's underwear? Wash it and hang it up. And let me just put it into context. Nothing is wrong with the woman.
Okay.
Right? Nothing is...
She's not ill. She
She's
didn't
not-
just have a baby.
Yeah, nothing is wrong with her.
She's
nothing.
not bedridden.
Yeah. But
Okay.
she's asking the man to wash her underwear.
Okay.
Do you find anything wrong with that?
Yes. Because in a way, it's like if there's nothing wrong with you and you're sound and you're able to do, what it is that you need to do as something as personal as that, that's just lazy and nastiness to me if you want him to do it and you don't want to do it. So it's like, you can do that. I don't want to do it, but it's your draws, That's the kind of vibe I get from it, like, ew, man, I do them things there, but you want the man to do it. I feel like in a situation like that where you're not disabled, you're not sick, you didn't just have a baby, like, I feel like a styling's that. For me to just come to you and say, yo, wash my jaws, like, that's a styling's that. And if you're with a man and you respect that man and you love that man to a certain extent, you wouldn't try to style him or disrespect him in any type of way. And I feel like that's what that would be, in my opinion. For me, I would take it as that.
Yeah. I mean, but
however,
do you take it as me styling you when you wash my underwear?
No, because that's just...
That's the norm.
I guess so. I guess. Maybe...
societal norm.
Yes, I guess there is a double
So
standard with that.
a man should be a man and a woman should be a woman, basically.
Yeah, because for me, women, I mean, it's different for us. I don't know, but for me, it's not, I don't see it as anything for me to wash your underwear. I'm doing laundry, it's in the laundry. But if you come to me and say, sit down with pan and scrub on them things there, I don't know about that, brother. I don't know about that. If you say throw it in the machine, I can throw it in the machine for you.
Yeah.
But
so,
for me,
so
sit down and have bucket.
if you come to me and say, throw this in the machine for me.
No, but for me personally, like, I don't think that females should wash their underwear in, like, the laundry.
Okay.
I feel like when you take a shower, you take your underwear off, you're supposed to wash your underwear then. I don't feel like you should have it just lingering around with your dirty stuff. It's like a whole pile of just dirty drawers with your no, that's nasty to me. That's very nasty.
Yeah.
That's not cleanliness. Like cleanliness for me is like you can put your dirty clothes in the laundry with no problem. But when you take certain things off, and certain females, I've seen this, like where females are on their cycle and they don't wash their underwear then, and the underwear gets messy and they just throw it down, and it's just like, okay, on to the next one. And that's just like, oh, that's nasty. Yeah. Like you have to be clean, like cleanliness, you have to.
That's TMI.
I'm giving you an example. Yeah. I'm giving you an example of what it is, because there are females out there that are not hygienic. They don't take care of themselves properly. And for me, that's a part of taking care of yourself properly. You knowing that, okay, your underwear needs to be clean every time you wear it.
Right.
Like once you're taking it off, it needs to be washed. It doesn't need to be thrown in the laundry with the rest of your dirty clothes, and then it's going to be waiting there for 2-3 weeks before you do laundry. Like that's nasty.
Most definitely.
Even a week, that's nasty.
Most definitely. For me to still on my end as a man, I wash my underwear every time I take a shower.
Yes.
No, think about it. For the most part.
For the most part. Say that.
For the most part.
Okay. For the most part.
For the most part. For 99%.
Yeah, 95% of the times I would say you do. You know, it will have to be like a late night, or you just coming in from an event or something like that. Even if
the only way. No, even I can't remember a moment why I wouldn't. Maybe there's a specific reason.
I don't know the reason or the moment, but I'm saying like
every
it's
time
happened,
I take a shower and I take off my underwear to take a shower, I use my underwear to wash. You understand what I'm saying? Every time. I can't remember. I mean, it has happened, but I don't know the reason why. I can't remember the reason why. You know what I mean? So, yes, societal norms dictate that a woman should take care of laundry and whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But some men don't want that. They don't want their stuff to be washed in the machine. They want it to be hand washed. So if you want it unwashed, brother, you have two and get the washing. Like we not. Minister for you, I come and tell me, say, all right, babe, me have a couple of underwear, and they say them need to get washing, but I don't want them washing at the machine, them for wash with their hand.
Yeah.
Well, you better go buy some new drawers then, because you ain't finna have none, because I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. A stylings that.
Yeah.
A stylings. Anyway you put it, a stylings.
Yeah.
So it's just like if you have so much respect for that person, you just understand yourself and know it's all right. Is either you're going to do your own thing, or you just going to keep buying new ones every time?
There's a respect level that is
in my opinion,
is needed.
Yeah.
And,
and when you do something like that, and then there's nothing wrong with you, especially I leave me sitting as I watch that, you stand up over me and talk to me, and we have conversation, like we're sitting here conversing about something, and I'm sitting here washing, and you just standing there watching me wash while you're doing nothing.
That's that scenario that you have painted. It sounds like a typical, inner city type scenario, you know what I mean? Where a woman wash her man's clothes and underwear in the clothes, and it's the norm.
If I gotta wash your clothes with my hands, Playboy, you better wash your drawers, because
most people don't have washing machine.
But that's what I'm saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, if you don't have it and I have to wash your clothes with my hands, you're gonna have to wash your drawers. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be washing your clothes and doing all of that. Like for me, that's a bit much. I'm already having to sit here to wash your clothes with my hands, and then you're gonna throw extra drawers on top of it, and then on top of it, some other man will know, so no, they get woman board. Woman, I take off the drawers and then me have to sit on your son and wash it. I will hear about. No, I'm sorry. Not doing it. Not happening, Kevin.
You had to throw the.
That's a nope on the road for me.
The bun part,
Of course, because he's not. Well, it's just past. Just last weekend, just yesterday, it's still around.
Oh my God!
So I mean, because it's reality. It's reality of things.
Right, so
It's reality of things.
so if no bun never involve you, you wash it gladly.
No, all if gladly wear. All if the bun involve, I mean, if the bun involve, suppose the bun involve, I mean, no. So in my mind, the bun always involved, so therefore it not gonna happen. It not gonna happen.
So I don't know bun now go on, bun now go on.
Bun are gone. In my mind. So yeah, I'm always prepared for anything.
God
so
damn.
I'm never gonna be on the defense. Like I'm never gonna be on the offense. Like shit, I don't know what's going on. Like
And that
I'm-
is just in general in your
in general,
mind.
yeah.
Bun always a go on, even when it not go on.
But that's not what a man think.
No.
That's how most men think.
Not
Because
really.
there's men out here that feel like there's no virgins, there's no none of that. You're one of them. Like you feel like everybody out here busting it wide open. Like it's
No, not necessarily.
by a certain age, that's your mentality.
Not,
Your
not necessarily. I do have reservations, yes, when it comes to, you know, the way how we as humans operate.
Okay.
And I do feel that there is always opportunities, you know, to be promiscuous on both ends. But you know that thinking has also evolved, you know, into something different now, you know, in this time, you know, of you know, my journey through life. I feel like and you are the person that actually made that possible, you know, made this thinking possible. That, you know, a man can be comfortable in his woman being out there and understanding herself, and even if she encounters certain vibrations, you know, she won't, you know, put herself
In
out
that
there like
situation.
that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I think that is a main reason why we don't have arguments about things like that, because my thinking has evolved, you know, over the years. Yes, I was definitely a person that would think that every woman cheat, and most men still think that way there. But not so much now these days. You know what I mean? Not so much now these days. And I think that very good point, because you know that actually leads into something that we've been talking about and we've been seeing in Jamaica for the past couple of weeks now. You know, men killing women.
Making threats.
You know, men just overall just being violent towards our women. And you know, we wouldn't be a good podcast if we didn't address this situation. You know, it's very serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, you know, it's getting, I mean, alright, let me say this. Social media amplifies everything. So I feel like this has been happening
Long
since
time
forever.
ago. Mm-hmm.
But because of social media now, it's been amplified. You know what I mean? And put under that microscope. And
Because
I
of
I
that.
really appreciate that, because, you know, without the social media, it would still be happening, and no one will be, you know,
Discussing.
So
Everyone will
vocal.
yeah.
about it. So I really appreciate the fact that social media really put the spotlight on, you know, this situation.
Yeah.
You know, to the man them out there, why? The ratio of men to women is so big. You lose a woman today, you can go find a woman on the road tomorrow. See? And I mean, I exaggerate.
And most of the time, them already have a woman.
And most of the
And
time,
still.
I already have one or two. See? What? Why? Why?
Greatest question that we don't have the answer to.
Why? Why do we need to be hurting the women like this? And it's not like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the situations specifically, you know, what they surround. But at no point in time should any situation lead to violence, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? Even if she give you a bun or she take your things and play you for a fool or whatever, it should never ever lead to violence. See? Parents. We need to teach our sons and our daughters as well, because we don't want to lay blame
on one side.
Alone, because women are doing things that
antagonize
this. Yes, right. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna lay blame on one foot or one shoulder. See? We as parents, we need to talk to our children.
Yep.
We need to let them understand what is right from wrong and how to behave when you reach that point of being in a relationship with another person.
But before us as parents can do that, some of us have to set that example, because we're emulating that to our children.
The example. Exactly.
We're letting them see these actions. We're letting them see us in situations as women. We let our children see us in situations where we're getting beaten by the men. We're getting cheated on. We're getting, a whole bunch of wrong things happening within the relationship. And we normalize it and we make it seem to the children as if you're not having this within your household or within your relationship, it's not a good one. We're teaching our children when we do stuff like that if we sit there and allow someone to treat us bad, it's okay because that person loves you. That's not love.
Yeah.
That's not love. You put your hands on me, it's a wrap. Like I don't have time for all of that. Like as a woman, we have to teach our sons, a woman is not your property.
Yeah.
It don't matter how much you spend on her. It don't matter how much attention you give her. It don't even matter how many children y'all have or how many years y'all been married. It's not your property. Your property is a structure. A woman is a physical human that needs to be treated as such. We cannot continue to put our women at the expense of your anger, because that's what it is. She's feeling the effects of your anger. Whatever the anger is geared towards, we need to understand as, humans being in relationships, we have to take the time to sit down and communicate.
Yeah.
You're going through something and you have a spouse and you feel like you don't know what to do, or you're going through you feel alone, speak to your spouse. Like reach out. If you feel like your spouse can't help you, playboy, hit the ground and start praying. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But physical violence
reason
is
with
not
friends
it.
or
Yes.
find a counselor or something to ease that tension in your head, because you take a life and immediately your life means nothing. It's meaningless now. You understand what I say? So me I plead to the men in the country, in Jamaica right now, because that's where it's being amplified. We are plead to in the society. Please stop killing, mistreating, hurting our women. Please.
If we don't have the woman, what do you have?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I gotta think about that. When they kill off all of the women they wanna do.
Yeah.
The man them gonna turn to?
It's a deep issue,
It's a deep issue, but you see, the thing is,
we're supposed to be able to teach them things in a school and things like that.
I understand that too, but it's also an issue with the police, because I know of women or seen situations where females will go to the police and tell them that, the man is beating them or they're being abused at home. Mm-hmm. And the officer look at them, yeah, eat that for sitting and make man beat you. And them, like, you're shaming the woman for getting beaten.
Yeah.
You're telling her to go and sit down. Like, if she an idiot, how can you expect? Like, remember, y'all have mothers, y'all have sisters, y'all have daughters. How would you want somebody to treat yours like that? You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all have to think about that. At the end of the day, regardless of what the situation is, you can always walk away.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, the ego,
It
it gets too big where it's like,
Yeah.
no, I can't make you do that. I offer one up here. I offer make you say, my better than you are.
Yeah.
May I go do this to you.
Some of these voice notes that's
Yes,
been going
I was just
around,
going to
man.
say that the voice
It's
note that is
crazy,
going
it's
around where the
crazy,
man is telling
crazy.
the woman like he's going to kill her.
Yeah.
For what? Because she left you?
Crazy.
For what? But she left you?
Crazy. And you're
Like,
right, you know, it's deeper than just, you
It's
know.
so many levels that we have
Yeah,
to tackle.
so
It's
many
not just
layers.
the parents, it's not
Yeah.
just the individuals, it's
Yeah.
the police, it's the government.
The
because
system on
they
a whole.
normalize these
Yeah,
things,
the
especially in
system on a
Jamaica,
whole,
because
man.
there's a lot of women that feel like if him don't beat me, him don't love me.
Yeah.
Enough women feel so.
The system on a whole just needs to
How
change.
with the mentality,
Yeah.
how we were brought up, how we
Yeah.
were raised, how we
Yeah.
were taught,
It's a
and then
deep,
things that
deep
we're
line
seeing
issue.
inside the household. Like, we have to be mindful of everything because these situations that affect women now, if it's affecting the woman that you're with, it's going to affect your children.
Yeah.
And why are you trying to destroy your children's lives, your child's life, your daughter's life, for them to see certain things happening in front of them? And then when you guys have sons, your sons grow up and feel like, okay, a woman is your property. You can be able to do whatever it is that you want to do with her because guess what? You spend money upon her. Are you make sure go to school? Are you get a new body? Are you do this for her? Like, no. Because guess what? Same token as you are gear this, she give you enough because she spread her legs home to you enough night, right? And she take whatever little inches or whatever you give her. Like, she's taking all of that, right? So therefore, it's a give and take situation. So it's not an ownership. If the woman says no, it's no. And mothers, we have to teach our sons that from them little.
Yeah.
It's no. No matter what it is. Even if it's a situation as far as candy, as them getting something, you tell them no and they still want it. No is no. That no is going to go a far way once you start instilling that in them from the younger ages.
Definitely.
And we have to teach our daughters as well. Listen to me. Once he put his hands on you, you got to go. Because if it happened one time, it's going to continue to happen. Because a man gains strength in that.
Not only that, you have to teach your daughters them how to
Walk
be
away.
responsible
And walk away from
when
certain
dealing
situations.
with the men, you know what I mean? How not to take advantage of a man. How to treat a man with love and respect, and as you would want to be treated with love and respect.
It's
so that
many
it won't
aspects
cause
to it. Attention, because you don't know what's going to take a person off or take a person to that extreme.
Yeah.
So we have to be mindful at the same time, like, okay, this might be perceived as this to him, so let me not do that.
Yeah,
think about the actions.
If you're promiscuous, put that on the table from early.
Exactly.
You know? Don't lead a man to think, say, yeah,
It's
I
just him alone.
and meanwhile they there take him things and I give to others or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a deep issue and we need to just tackle it education wise, you know, system wide, you know, social system wide. Seeing?
Home base.
Yeah.
It's very important.
So we just wanted to speak a little bit about, you know, the domestic violence situation that's been happening.
Like, we've spoken about it already in I think season 1.
Yeah.
We spoke about it, but it's just like something that's is going to
amplified.
continue to keep going and going. And we thank social media for being the voice, because right now, in my opinion, if social media wasn't here to amplify the situation as much as it is right now, the government wouldn't be trying to do certain things. They would just continue to sit there and allow this to happen, because this has been happening in Jamaica for God knows how long. Since the beginning of time. And the government has not done anything. Like, they need to be stricter punishment. It shouldn't be just, okay, you abuse a woman, you go to jail for a year.
A slap on the wrist and that's
it. Like, that's it, or you do 6 months or you're on probation. No, it needs to be stricter punishment for this. Because unless they realize that they have a lot to lose, they will continue to do it. If you feel like, okay, I could kill you and I could do this and come back out within 5 years because I could defend and say, well, it's an abusive situation and we both violated each other, we both abused each other, then the judge is going to say, okay, well, no problem, she's dead, all right, whatever. You can just serve some time and then you get out. A man is going to continue to do that because they're going to find strength in it that the system is on their side.
Yeah.
And we have to let them understand that without the woman in this world, there can be nothing. Like everything is going to be at a standstill. There's going to be no evolution of life. There's going to be no like home care. Like most of y'all men can't even boil water. I'm not lying. So it's like, how are you destroying the person that's taking care of the earth, taking care of you, taking care of your children, the nurturers? Exactly. How can you try to destroy that? When you destroy that, what are you going to have? It's just going to be violence and crime all over the place.
For real.
Like it's not going to be anything good for the people. So we have to think about that, and we have to try to tackle as much as we can as parents. We have to try to be mindful of these things. When we see our sons doing certain things and showing certain actions and showing certain aggression towards certain situations from younger age, we need to address it. Leave the bias out of it. I don't care about, oh, it's my son, because guess what? The same son that you're defending now, you're going to have to be helping to pay lawyer fees for in a couple of years if he don't get his shit together.
Definitely.
What is it that you choose? So you just have to understand that. Listen to me. I'm going to train you the right way and teach you the right way from now. So when you do depart and you do find your own, you understand what it is and how it is you need to treat a woman. How it is you need to treat your daughter. Because some man don't ever treat the daughter good neither.
Definitely.
Some man treating the daughter like some little or out road or some little, idiot girl. Like, y'all need to learn respect. Learn how to treat your princess. Learn how to treat your queen.
Definitely.
And you will get that same treatment reciprocated back once it's being issued.
Over into society.
Exactly, into everything.
Naturally.
Exactly. Like we have to make ourselves better in our environment, our household better before we try to do anything outside. And once we get that on the wraps, then shit could be so much better.
Definitely.
But on man and the need for understanding yourself and keeping answers to yourself.
For real, man.
Keep your anger on wraps. If you can't keep that shit on wraps, go take a jog, go walk, go take a breather, whatever it is that you have to do. But what is the point of killing her? Especially if y'all have children. Like how devastating that is for, you breaking up lives. You're ruining your children.
Definitely.
Like it's just so crazy. But I mean, I don't know. Jamaica, we're in a terrible state right now. Between violence against the men against one another and then the men against women. All pitney them a kill.
Yeah.
How y'all
Terrible.
raping little kids and women? Like I remember growing up in Jamaica. I was 6, 7, 8, leaving from Portmore on a bus by myself, traveling to town to go to Excelsior Primary by myself. And then after school is finished, I would take my bus and go back to Portmore, Magana, Dunkirk, Armadale, Nannyville. I walk over this, and I had no issues. There was no problems. If I needed to help, no fear at all. If I needed help crossing the street, there would be men there helping you cross the street. If nobody even come close to you, man, they run him down for beat him. Warm to them man there. Them man they gone.
Yeah, society evolving at something
like that
monster.
shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And we're seeing the effects of that,
and then
of that evolution.
And then people see certain crime and things happen in front of them and they say, well, me not say none coming. I want nobody come for me.
Yeah.
So you gonna wait until it happened to your family before you even stand up and say something, or you gonna do something about it. Like that shit is whack as hell. And if that's what y'all consider yourself men in this generation, y'all ain't men. Y'all ain't men. I'm not gonna disrespect nobody, but that's not a man.
Definitely.
So it's just a hard thing right now, especially being in Jamaica and seeing these things happening. Like they're finding little girls raped and murdered. Like there was just one recently, Kanice,
yeah.
Like and this is someone that she knew, someone that she trusted to some degree. And to see that, he took advantage of that and took advantage of her, raped and murdered her, and then dumped her body like she was trash, like she wasn't nothing. Like, as a mother, that shit hurt my heart and that burned my soul. And I tell you, like, I pray for my kids them every day because I promise you on everything I love, down to the roach them and I'm also that dead. Me no business. Me no care what nobody want to say. You're going to take minds just like that for what? Because of your satisfaction and your short doings in your life, you feel like you want to take somebody's child? No, man. Jamaica, we need to do better. And when you see them things here happen, whether on a cousin, on an uncle, on a brother, on a nephew, on a son, on a need to report them. On a need to, because they're a menace to society. You cannot have a proper society and a proper living when we got to be in fear for our children. When we start having fear for our children and our women, that's when you know shit is going left.
Definitely.
Like, we need to do better. We need to do better. And it takes every person in this island to make that change, to help to get a different Jamaica, to get back Jamaica to where it used to be, where we never have to worry about our women and kids, where we never have to worry about saying, all right, this I got, my daughter can't walk down the road by herself, and my son can't go to school by himself, them can't even go shop. Yeah, I'll see man there, them murder man pan camera, and them have him youth in him on. Like, come on, Jamaica. But we don't love ourselves no more. We don't cherish the beautiful paradise that we have. Like, come on. We see this shit happening around the world, and we look at them. I used to say, yo, white people, them mad, and them people are mad, and foreign people mad. But una do the same thing as them. Una no better. Una no better. And that's not a good thing. Like, we have to be mindful of things that we say, things that we're accepting in our home, things that we're allowing our children to be exposed to. We have to be careful, because each of these things are adding up to make them the monsters that they're becoming, the menace to society that they're becoming. The younger generation, I fear for you guys. Like, I fear for y'all on a deep, deep level, because the shit that's going on in this war right now, and Jamaica is just, it's like they're just taking a piece of everything.
Mm-hmm.
All the bad things. They're not taking the, all right, let's better the country. Let's try to, make more money flow come in. Let's do more businesses. That, like, it's just crime and violence. And where is that bringing us? What is that going to do for the younger generation? What is that teaching them? Come on, Jamaica.
Wise up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, I couldn't... there's nothing more I can add to that.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But let us know how you think about this episode. We thank you guys for joining us. As we said earlier in the episode, sorry for the, 1 week's missed episode. We'll try to make it up back to you guys. We thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita. I'm your host.
I'm Lock Red Square. Give thanks for tuning in.
Tell us what you think about this episode.
Yeah,
like, subscribe, share, comment.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to comment,
Yes, please.
Give thanks. Walk good, people.
Walk good. Stay safe.
Touchdown.
Red Square, Touchdown.